Okay, now it is important to note that the sign here is very important. So let us look at the example here, PQ minus QR. We know Q is common. Yay, we can take out Q. Now what is left inside the first term? Very good. I can write down P, and then the second term I have R. Now the sign in between them is minus, so it is very important that over here you put a minus as well. Now let us go on to the 3 terms factorization. Now 3 terms factorization means I have 1 term, 2 term, and 3 term. Now how do I factorize this? Now this is the step below. It's more like a recap. So we have first step to rearrange everything into ax squared plus bx plus c. Then we factorize, means we take out any common number. Now in this case, step 3 we want to list out the factors of a and c. Step 4 we want to draw a cross. And step 5 we want to check with a calculator. Now how do we do that? I will show you in this example. Let's say I have minus x minus 6 plus 2x squared. Now in this case, I want to write out my a, b, and c, but this is not my a. So I have to rearrange with the x squared term first, followed by the x term, followed by the no x term, which is known as a constant. So in this case, I can shift this over here, I can shift this negative x to the center. So once I have shifted everything, I can now write out my a, my b, and my c. Step number 2. I want to factorize. I want to take out common numbers. I look at this question, there is no common number, so I can just leave it blank. Or rather, I can skip to the third step. Now, third step is I want to list out the factors of a and c. So for 2, I know it's only one pair of factors, which is 1 times 2. But for 6, I have 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. So I just write it down. Now for step 4, I want to draw the cross. Now drawing the cross means something like that. Now what you want to put here is your ax squared on the further left, and then in the middle you will put your c term, and then the further right you will put on your bx term. Now I show you this example. So over here I will put 2x squared, I will put negative 6 here, and I will put negative x here. Now what you want to do next is you want to write out the factors of 2x squared. So I know it must be 2x and it must be 1x here. So when I multiply this together, I will get back my 2x squared. Now the next one, I want to write out my factors for 6. So in this case, I can try 6, 1. Now if I put 6, 1 over here, the 2 arrows here okay, give me a minute. The 2 arrows here means I want to multiply. So I will take 2 multiplied by 1 and I'll get 2x. I'll get 1 multiplied by 6, I'll get 6x. Now you see over here, there is no way I can get the negative x. So I know that this is wrong. So I will actually erase it away. If I switch the position and I put 6, 1, over here, let me erase this. I will get 12x, I will get x. No, there's no way these two will add up or subtract to get a negative x. So we know that this 1 times 6 is wrong. Now I will look at this 2 plus 3. So for 2 plus 3, let me erase again. And then let me try to put 2 and 3 here. So when I multiply, I'll get 6x. I multiply, I'll get 2x. Again, 2x and 6x, there's no way I can add or subtract to get negative x. So I will again erase. And I'll switch the position. So now instead of 2, 3, I'll write 3, 2. So now I try. So over here I have 4x, over here I have 3x, and when they subtract, they will get negative x. So how do I add or subtract them? I will need to make sure this is negative, this is positive, and then I will get my negative x. So if this is correct, we can now bring the sign negative over here and the positive over here. So once we complete this, you want to check. You want to check that minus times plus will give you minus, and now we have everything correct. Now what we need to do is we need to write out the factors. In this case, 2x plus 3 and also x minus 2. So we will write it down here, 2x plus 3, x minus 2. Now, once we have done that, we know that the factorization is complete. I will go through step 5, which is the checking of calculator, in class with you next week.